Yay, welcome to the next part, ladies and gentlemen. We are reuniting with Jou and Mimi and leaving Tai to his unfortunate death. No, I'm only kidding. He's not going to die. But obviously we do need to reunite with Yamato before we take on Piemon. So the plan here is to, well, get Yamato on board, but we have to reunite with him first. And, well, we can't forget about these two just because they only have ultimates. And because Mimi has no concept of fighting anymore. The music that plays here is actually quite solemn and fitting. Really gives a sense of atmosphere, implying that basically the digital world has been fucked over. You're too happy. Oh, yikes. So we've gathered a little bit of an army here already. We've got Yukidarimon, we've got Meramon. Ogamon's still with us. Gekamon and Otamamon, not that they're going to do any good. I'll never get used to Yukidarimon's voice. And now I've got into the habit of calling him Yukidarimon, yay! Manam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was really piss-take-ish of me, but it just sounded so funny. I do apologise for any offence caused. So I think Joe's remembering something that his brother said to him. Fuck knows what that was. So Joe's got his own battle to fight sort of thing. And I haven't really got a clue what it's about. Probably about his finding his place on the team or something to do with that. I'm not 100% sure. So it's about time we moved on. Because, you know, Mimi lying there sleeping, it's alright for her. But, you know, who knows who could attack? I presume that these two have no idea that Pinocchimon and Mugendramon are dead. But hey ho. So you can see the digital world now looks really, really grim and grey, and all the colour has been sucked out of it. So basically Piemon's really fucked this place up. That's all I've got to say. Wow, just look at it. And I think I recall this area because it's right by the primary village, the village where the baby Digimon are born. I remember coming through this area with Takeru way back. Only now it's inhabited by stronger Digimon and it's all grey and drab and dark, and the music really gives a sense of hopelessness. Like I say, it's very atmospheric. It fits their scene really well, so I'm totally down with that. And I don't want to fight you. You're useless. Alright. Like I say, apart from the stronger Digimon, I think this area is essentially the same one that Takeru came through. It's just much darker and, you know, yeah. I mean, look at even the village where the baby Digimon are born has been completely and utterly destroyed. All the babies are gone. It's all grey and dark and all hope is gone, damn it. And what the fuck is that noise? Is that Yamato's harmonica we hear? Let's go and find out. Let's go and follow that noise. So we run through the village. We don't even get a chance to bask in the fact that it's completely and utterly destroyed now. So we just run down here. This lakefront. This looks familiar to where Yamato ran when he came across Cherrymon. But then again, I think they recycle a lot of this stuff anyway, so who the hell cares? So we meet up with Elecmon, who we have to talk to. And it transpired that Elecmon has the harmonica. Which just beggars the question, where's Yamato? Why would Yamato leave his harmonica behind? I believe he's asking about Takeru and how they are. He looks overly happy for, you know, the guardian of the village, which has been totally and utterly destroyed. You know, the digital world is all practically dying and you're smiling like a loony. God, that look is unnerving, actually. Yeah, Elecmon, the look on it, that smiley look on Elecmon's face is actually rather unnerving. I'm sorry, but it is. Anyway, Elecmon is going to become an ally and join the army. The army wants you, Elecmon. Don't deny the call of the army. So basically, Elecmon explains that Yamato went across the sea. He found the harmonica, I'm presuming. Anyway, Jou's saying he's going to go across the sea to go look for Yamato and basically leave Mimi all on her own. Oh no! Whatever will she do? She might actually have to fight for once. No, of course she won't. She's got the army with her. Not that they'll do much good. And let's face it, if she does have to fight, then she has to fucking fight. She has to learn to stop being such a pussy. It has to be done, bitch. So Jou is like, yeah, you'll be okay. I've got to do this. I've got to go and find Yamato. This is what I'm meant to do, blah 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 blah. And you'll be alright with Ogamon, the same Ogamon who previously tried to kill you on Fire Island, but he's a good guy now, so no worries. You're surrounded by a bunch of champion Digimon that won't be able to do fuck all to the Dark Masters if they come and find you, but you'll be alright. He's stronger than he looks. Fuck off, Mimi, and let him go. So Mimi lets him go, and Jou goes with Gomamon. And we skip ahead now to Yamato. And this is kind of like a big point of development in personality with Yamato. He's been consumed by darkness, he's in this cave, and he's basically convinced that he's worthless, and Takeru would, you know, Taichi would be a much better big brother to Takeru than he would. Takeru doesn't love him anymore. All the ramblings of a prepubescent. Oh. Yeah, just stuff about how Yamato's no good, really. The sort of shit I come out with on a daily basis, basically. But yeah, you can clearly see the darkness consuming Yamato. Even though Garbumon's trying to talk him out of it. You know, like he should have talked him out of fighting Tai Chi, but didn't. At least he's actually starting to talk him out of being a douche now, and he actually bites him. You don't actually see it as such, but in the anime he bites him. And it snaps Yamato out of it. And it forces Yamato to come to terms with the way he feels, the fact that his family's separated, basically, because that is a lot of what has to do with his behaviour. The fact that he and Takeru, you know, his parents are separated and they live with one parent or the other, but not together. I could say it again, but I'm not going to. The Digimon anime is better than the Pokemon anime. Stuff it, I had to say it, I just had to. Yamato starts to cry. Oh. Well, it's just as well he sorted these issues out now, because we're going to need him to help out with the fight against Piemon. Well, actually, technically, no, I don't need him, but the story says we need him, so... You know, got no choice. You have to sit through this episode first, before we actually get to the real juicy stuff with Piemon. And that's going to be taking quite a long time. That's going to be over 2 parts, I think. Because Piemon's such a tough guy. And you have to fight him 3 times to boot. I don't know why, but the game decided we had to fight him 3 times. So the darkness disappears. The whole cave was like an outer representation of the darkness or something. It was all in Yamato's head. Well, technically it wasn't, because the other kids see a cave later on when one of the other kids falls into it. But it's, like I say, a representation of the darkness more than a genuine, solid thing that's always there. So Yamato's happy again, yay! Is he going to stop being a cunt now? Yay! Of course he is. Yeah, okay, now's not the time to laugh. Anyway, Jou finds Yamato. Well, that was quick. Very quick, actually. Mind you, he found him in the same episode in the anime, I think, as well, so can't complain. What the fuck? I told you I'd find him going on. I don't know what that was about, actually. I'm just guessing, based on the dub that I watched. So, Jou and Yamato are now reunited. And Jou gives the harmonica back. How could he not realise he dropped his damn harmonica? And we have to fight Evilmon. Why? I do not know. Probably because there was no room to slide an Evilmon fight in there naturally. But Evilmon goes down really, really quickly, so I don't see why they had to add this fight in at all. But nonetheless, I suppose it gives you a chance to see Evilmon. I don't think there's really any threat to this thing either. Since you don't fight them when you're fighting Piemon, so... Literally, that's all there is to it. One hit with Metal Garurumon and a hit with Gomamon, not even involved, and that's it. What was the point of that fight? So, Piemon dead and we get this music again. Because we haven't heard it enough. I don't imagine any of these guys know Mugendramon's dead by this point. And oh my god, it's TK! Oh shit, I've gone back to the English name. It's Takeru's voice, everybody! He's nearby! So, Yamato and Jou go to investigate. Anyway, this kind of skips back a few minutes to Sora and Yamato. Well, Sora and Yamato. Blech. Sora and Takeru land in because they're supposed to be looking for Yamato. Because we need him, of course, if we're going to fight Piemon. Anyway, Sora is now being consumed by the darkness. She feels the pressure of having to find Yamato and thinks that if she doesn't succeed, the whole world is going to be destroyed and it'll be all her fault. That's a lot of pressure, to be fair to her. But, yeah, the whole I'm convinced I'm going to fail and taking the responsibility entirely on her shoulders sort of thing. Reunion! Did you get your hair cut or something? So, obviously we now have to go and rescue Sora because she's fallen into the cave which is the dark representation of the darkness thing. I'm surprised that this only came into this part. Yeah, you know, the whole darkness thing only played into like one episode, really. I mean, what about way earlier in Adventure when Taichi had insecurities regarding oh god, oh, never mind. You know, when Taichi was insecure about Agumon digivolving into Greymon again. There's probably not really much point in me doing this because I don't really intend to use Metal Gurumon in the fight with Piemon anyway, which makes this whole segment pointless to me, but whatever. The game says we have to do it. Piemon's not going to need any of these because I have no intention of using her for quite a long time. So I'm going to stick these on Garurumon because I think that'd be better. Definitely not going to use these either, so I'll have them back. And yeah, that should be fine. Just carry on putting these items on. SP, because you get through SP rather quickly. And an attack boost. And can I fit a defense boost on there? Yeah, just about. I think that should be plenty. Whatever that is, that's probably that probably blocks something, like blocking me from blocking my Skittles or blocking me from getting poisoned or something like that. I don't know exactly, but it's a guard, I know that. It's a guard item. I'm pretty sure of that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's a guard item. So all we have to do is just head straight ahead in this cave. There are a bunch of Digimon there that's gonna try and fight us. Like Evilmon. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, if I wanted to fight you guys, I would have gone up to you and asked you, okay? That level up was actually, could not have happened at a better time. I'm happy about that. So maybe I shouldn't moan about that because, well, I'm going to be making a bit of a suicidal decision when I go up against Piemon, and you probably already guessed what it is, judging by the fact that I'm so happy Patamon leveled up. So let's get past you. Keep heading straight ahead. Ignore these guys, because I... Isn't my video short enough as it is? For crying out loud. If I wanted to fight you, I'd have asked. For Christ's sake. Moving on. If you don't mind, game. There's Sora and Piemon. And fuck it, I'm just going to run straight towards him because I don't want to accidentally run into Phantomon, who could potentially be a dickbag and make me able to fight some more baddies. So anyway, Sora's in the same sort of state that Yamato was in before. Completely unrespondent, convinced she's going to fail. Hey Piemon, why don't you just peck her? Gabumon bit up Yamato and that worked. Just give him a bit of physical pain. So she's talking to herself about how she needs to find Yamato, Jou and Mimi. Well, two of them are right in front of you, Sora. God, I sound very unsympathetic, don't I? As someone who's had depression before, you'd think I would be a bit more sympathetic to this poor girl's plight. I know how she feels to have all that pressure on her. Though not quite the same kind of pressure, like if I fail, the world will die kind of thing. Anyway, they talk to her, she recognises they're there, and the darkness begins to fade away. See, you didn't fail. If anything, if Yamato, Jou and Mimi had stayed with us in the first place, none of this issue would have happened. Don't slip back into the depression again. And it's just like, yeah, we didn't know how anything was going to turn out, but we still gave it a shot, and, you know, we could have failed at any time, but we didn't. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Anyway, the darkness goes away, and Sora seems to be okay again. Yay, she's happy again! And we get a rank up between Yamato and Sora, and between Sora and Jou. Okay, excellent. So, with Yamato and Jou found, I think it's about time we got back and got ready to fight Piemon. Oh my goodness. You should totally be prepared for Piemon. Grind if you've got to, because Piemon is actually a really tough fight. But I'm going to leave this part off here. Next time we get to fight Piemon, so I will see you all then.